Well, welcome into the Omega Dubai Desert Classic, the premier tag team tournament here in the TDTW, where competing tag teams are divided into 4 groups of 4 teams. Groups A to D. Teams in each group face one another in a round robin, with the top 2 teams advancing to the knockout stage. Group matches will have a 20-minute time limit. Teams will receive 2 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and 0 points for a loss. If teams are tied on points after all group matches, then the head-to-head result between the tied teams will determine who advances. If still tied, or more than a 2-way tie, the team that won their matches in the shortest total time will move on to the knockout stage. And now, confirmation of the 4 groups of 4 teams in the competition this year. Group A, the top seed, much fancied Man of Virtue, the Swaggle Lanterns, Omerta, and of course, 3-man taxi. Group B, Alpha Alliance, the Frontier, Brainrot, and the Wildcat Empire. Group C, the Vortex Club, Stars and Strikes, the Pint Men, and the Danny Dojo. And finally, Group D, the AirAsia Tag Team Champions, Lanny and Zenny, the Buffet Club, Rising Flames, and rounding it out, the English Defence League.
Well, the bell rings and we're back with match day 2 of Group B. Clem Fandango once again on the call after my slight sabbatical, doing something which I shall not speak of, but the Frontier, who picked up a win on match day 1, as did Brainrot, are both in action. Currently, Dundee John really taking it to suck in the early goings. Look at that double hammer fist there, taking the big man down. John, as well as Love Gun Lowry, really motivated in this tournament. And here we see some of that wonderful tag team continuity. Lowry supplies the boot, John supplies the thrust, but early cover not worth it too. John might have perhaps thought that was over, didn't leave the ring, sat in the corner taking in the views of the arena here in Dubai. I'm sure you'll be glad to hear that goddamn voice of reason, Ruthers, is not here with me, however gracious he was, calling the action for me during that slight break. Now what's Lowry thinking? Turns around in a powerbomb position. Oh, alley-oop into the buckle. I think even though it's early into this match, barely 2 minutes, I think already Suck really needs to make the tag, and there's the blind side shot from Lowry. And down Suck has been subjected to the boots of Dundee John. Referee firmly in the way of the hard cam. Now we're going to see a cover off the scoop slam from John on a weakened Suck. And look at that. John slightly disillusioned by only getting a 2 there, and that allowed Suck to make the tag. And I think it was the last of Suck's energy, but look at that, the rhythm of Kevin KO's Tism. And it's not being very effective right now. John quickly elbowing his way out and send him right back to the opposing corner, but before Kevin can fall victim to a double team, he's able to counter. Now Suck, the last Janissary back in this match. question the strategy of that. Maybe it's a little bit too soon to bring him back in after all that damage he absorbed. But for the moment, he's showing no ill effects. And really using the ropes and the buckles to his offensive advantage. Now here come the strikes. Tag made to Kevin. Look at that. Oh! William Regal style suplex there. And now cross armbar. Kevin KO not able to get that full extension just yet, and that's what allows John to counter and slip out. He's going to go back to what he knows best, and that is the clubbing blows and the strikes. And a jawbreaker. Right on the money. Set off the ropes with the Irish whip. Perhaps a Scottish whip, if you will. Oh! Whatever John was going for initially didn't connect, so again, you go back to the playbook. You go back to what works and not as effective, and that was those strikes and clubbing blows. Tag made to Lowry. And again, the assisted boot. And then the elbows from Lowry. Gets great height on those. Now again, another double team maneuver is incoming. Kevin KO locked in place. And hit right in the gut. I think right now John can really do whatever he wants. With Kevin knockout. Dropped across the rope, another 2 count. Frontier itching closer to a win and itching closer to pretty much guaranteed qualification from the group. Beautiful Hurricane Rana there. And then look at that drop kick. I'm not sure anyone in the TDTW does it better. And Kevin knockout. Brings in the powerhouse of the Team Suck. He hits John with a taste of his own medicine there. Heavy strikes. John's going to roll to the outside. And Suck will follow. Oh, German suplex. Onto the floor. Dundee John unfazed. Strike after strike after strike, and there we go, Lou Thez press. And Dundee John. And he's setting up for something on the outside. Scottish stunner. Drops down Suck, and rather than waiting for perhaps the 20 count, Dundee John is not finished. Sends him into the announce table. This action very, very close to me, too close for comfort. Sidewalk slam, and then no, not over here, Suck. Get this away from me, please. I'm not sure if John cares about the win. He's somehow intent on dishing out punishment to Suck. Oh, but now he is. Count of 19. Suck's not going to make it. A count out win for the Frontier. Well, a win is a win, and a win is 2 points. And the Frontier almost guaranteed qualification.
TDT Proving Grounds presents Gran Torneo de la Libertad 2025. A Block Proving Grounds Heavyweight Champion Big Time Bono, the revolutionary Che Chavez. Emperor, El Makiochi Loco, Missing Link, Takuchi, Archangel, Archie, Bosnian Dragon, Emir Volkovic, Crimson Comet, Kubo, Chelsea Dagger, Sterling Dangerfield, B-Block, Psychopath, Andy the Hum, The Bear, Tim Collins, Butcher of the Pacific, Jacob Tonga, Maori Lion, Kaori Ryona, Irish Rebel, AJ Quinn, Campeon del Parejas, Firefly, Wuzong, The Last Yokai, Double Team, ICW, Heritage Champion, The Acid Jackal.
Group B, Matchday 2. And already Alpha Alliance attempting to take some shortcuts on the way to their first 2 points in this tournament. Cheap shot from the illegal man Marty Legg onto Wolfgang. That's only seemingly made him mad, and the big man, the Abominator from Brett's Roop, down across the back of Chris RW. He's going to get some headbutts for his trouble. This, of course, already, even though it's match day 2, a critical matchup. The Wildcat Empire loses, they are eliminated. A win for Chris RW, Marty Legg, the Alpha Alliance, means that they would be in a win and in situation next week. And already they've got Chris RW rolling to the outside. Then he's going to look to employ his patented offense, those heavy strikes. But before he can get the Abominator involved in the action, Chris RW with a quick elbow and counter and sends Wolfgang to the wrong part of town. But Wolfgang not to be denied. Club and blow there just to the back of the Alpha Male's head. I think it's only going to get worse for him, because here comes the Abominator. And oh god. Heavy shot. Oh god, don't break the ring. For the love of God, don't break the ring. Oh no. He's not going to the ring. He's not going to the ring! Superplex to the outside. This is awesome. Shouts the Dubai faithful, and they are not wrong. Abominator putting it all on the line. Chris RW here just looks completely out of it. Or maybe not, playing a little possum. But that strike did nothing. And he met a super kick from the Abominator into the cover. Nearly 2 points. Unfortunately, just a 2 count. But Wildcat Empire, they smell blood in the water. And they had a double back body drop. That's 2 very large men boosting you almost into the stratosphere. And for a second time, Chris RW is going to look to try and recover on the outside. I thought Wolfgang was going to go after him. Instead, he says, "No, I want you, Marty Legg."
There's the tag.
Tag made to Abominator. And a reminder that Marty Legg is not the legal competitor. But he is getting punished. Chris RW having a real hard time on the outside there. Meantime, the Abominator is going to punish his partner. And oh no, not this, not that Abominator! Marty Lake driven head first into that flooring. This is a demolition by the Empire. Finally, Chris RW finds a slight opening and uses it to take the fight to Abominator off the ropes. A little bit of a miss time there. He eats a chop for his troubles. Abominator looking to squash him in the corner. Again, that slippery alpha male. Oh, look at that, launched. Chris RW flew almost like he had wings, and not the chicken wings that he usually likes from Hooters. And things are going to get even worse. Double super kick from the big man. What a display of athleticism. There's no respite for Chris RW on the ring apron, brought back in the hard way by Wolfgang. And this is how we started the match. Is this how we're going to finish the match? Double axe handle to the small of the back. Abominator rolling outside for some reason, and that little lapse in judgment allowed Marty Legg to be brought in. But to no effect. He was hoping to turn the tide of this matchup instead. Abominator just plows through him and delivers that headbutt. But oh, what a right hand from the former bare knuckle boxer. Takes a lot to drop Wolfgang. Marty Legg managed to do it with one right hand. That Wolfgang is wore down. Roll up here. Just a one. I'm not sure if Chris RW is doing a great job of matching up to the physicality of the Wildcat Empire. So instead opting to use a little bit of speed. Oh, drop two hold denied. And a boot right to the face sends him sprawling. What a Wildcat Empire thinking of? Not Wildcat Empire, Athlon Alliance, excuse me. Oh, a taste of their own medicine. With a double back body drop. And Marty again, we're going to see a heavy strike. Taking the left hand, and now Alpha Alliance, they're really starting to settle into this match, really get back to the game plan, and that game plan is quick, frequent tags. Keep the man fresh. And Wolfgang, they're able to kick him off. Oh no! Intercepted Codebreaker. Rope hung Codebreaker. And those knees could very well be the end of Wolfgang. Abominator thought about getting involved. Seemingly had faith in his partner to be able to kick out of that. But kicking out of the Codebreaker is one thing. You're going to have a lot of trouble kicking out of that. Seal of the Union. Wolfgang is down. Is he out? He is. Wow.
Here are your winners. Alpha Chris RW and Tachi Marty Lag. Alpha Lag.
The Wildcat Empire are eliminated.
Wow. With the way the fixtures have fallen, the Frontier have guaranteed their spot in the next round, whereas the Wildcat Empire have been eliminated. Brainrod and Alpha Alliance, it's winning in for them next time.